worth it. And it looks like it was because we see Machiavelli and Yador talking about what they want to do.
Do you think Team Pokemon is going to thrive off of more of 1v1 situations?
I kind of want to say no, just because I feel like Squirtle's big strength in doubles is his surprise factor, his ability to just pop out of the blue and catch people off guard. Then again, Yador is a pretty good player. He knows how to do his 1v1s, so they could still probably handle that okay.
I think they decided Battlefield.
That would not surprise me. Oh, they're still striking. Okay, so between these two, if this is Tyrant's pick, then they're going to go SmashBowl just because he loves the stage. But
SmashBowl is like the ultimate neutral stage.
Yeah, especially for people with a Brawl background.
Yeah.
Machiavelli and Yador, they take it off, it looks like. And that makes sense to me because they know Tyrant loves the stage. They'd rather just work with this level. I feel like that was a very player-based decision rather than a character one. Alright. So we got Battlefield. Let's see how this opens up. Right off the bat, there's a bit of a miscommunication and blue team hits each other.
And the Pokemon team is going to want to have center control of the stage.
Yeah, that's a fairly uniform trait. There are some characters that'll be comfortable by the edge. Like, I think Sheik is the big example of a character who likes to be by the stage. But neither of the characters I see on blue team are ones that really traditionally like to sit by the edge. I guess Ivysaur can do it, but I don't think Ivysaur is all that great at support, at least just in general. Ivysaur can do something. For example, if the partner's being punished, you can just throw a Razor Leaf in. That's going to do a lot of disruption.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Two tether characters can't grab onto the ledge at the same time, right?
Well, they can't simultaneously occupy the edge. I think they could hook onto it, but I mean, only one of them should be grabbing it.
Yeah.
They can both hook onto it, though, I believe. So yeah. The Aero is probably just doing an up B because the standard is being blue on the field, but it's something you really need to be cautious about with the Squirtle around. Because Squirtle, like Fox, will do that to you a lot if they see an opening to do so. Aero again kills himself with 0. He did that in Winners Finals, and also just had a couple low percent gimps and otherwise that's kind of been a deciding factor of some of the games Red Team's been playing. Aero will just lose a stock for no reason. And that pretty much just that SD alone shifted this increase strongly in blue team's favor. It wouldn't be bad if not for that. It would just be a small deficit. Kill off Ivysaur and it would be even. But now that is not the case. Good forward air.
Toon Link stocks went away fast.
I kind of want to see Aero go Kirby, even if his Kirby is overall not as good as Toon Link, just because he's not going to be killing himself in silly ways.
Yeah.
It seems kind of like a ridiculous thing to point out, but
he seems to be having trouble against the Squirtle.
Yeah. Squirtle is doing what Squirtle does.
He seems to be trying to punish the side B, which in Brawl it was a pretty bad move, but now it seems to have like solid follow-up and knockback.
Yeah, it's an awkward move to interact without a shield. Some characters can punish it pretty well. Like Roy, for example, can just get a guaranteed back out of shield on it a lot of the time. But some characters don't have really great responses to it.
Can you hit him out of it, or does he just go in reverse?
You can hit him out of it. It has armor on it, so it'll need to be strong enough to knock him out of it. But a lot of moves can. Like Toon Link can probably back there him out of shield. I'd be surprised if that doesn't work. Up the out of shield, maybe. I'm not sure how that would interact with the armor, though.
And it seems like they're going for legitimate 2v1 strategies instead of having Ivysaur charge up. They don't want to have him have any momentum.
That's it. Like, even with the SD in consideration, that was pretty dominating. It looked like Yador in particular was just doing a lot of work everywhere. Well, Machiavelli was definitely holding his own as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping Tyrant picks something that's not SmashBowl.
I don't think SmashBowl is a bannable stage either.
You can ban it. You can ban anything.
I know, but it's just, I don't think they'd want to.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. I would agree with that. I still wouldn't be surprised if Machiavelli and Yador do it just because Tyrant likes the stage, but
Yeah.
I do think on a character basis, it would still make more sense for. I still think SmashBowl would make more sense for Yador and Machiavelli than Aero and Tyrant.
Yeah.
I would be looking at Dreamland and Fountain personally.
Do any of these stages lag on doubles?
Not at the moment, as far as I know. Maybe it was something ridiculous like 4 Zeldas or 4 Ice Climbers, but not in general.
Okay.
Okay, so we do see SmashBowl, and I just not that big a fan of this counter pick against these characters.
It's not a bad stage. It's pretty neutral.
Yeah, it's fine, but
they just want you want them to have an advantage with their counter picks.
Yeah, and I think if anything, this would favor blue team, as I was saying. It's like Meta Knight's already at on this stage. This is a percentage where Meta Knight needs to worry about Squirtle just killing him out of the blue. Boom. Barely with that. Like Yador is very clear with what he wants. He's just throwing out the up smashes whenever he thinks the opponent's distracted.
Oh, he killed his own partner with the back air. With those scrambles, it's kind of hard not to hit your teammate.
Yeah. Okay, they're keeping it close.
Yeah.
There's a really big opening for Yador, but Tyrant sort of got in the way, which is good.
Those up Bs could be solid just as long as Aero is covered, because he has to land when he uses it.
It's actually kind of hard to hit Toon after it.
It is.
He has a lot of area.
But in doubles, if like 2 people are trying to punish it, it could be troublesome.
And generally speaking, I feel like if Rev Team's in a situation in which both of them could punish somebody in the air, it should be Toon Link who goes for it.
Toon Link has he might have the strongest punishes in the air.
He definitely has some of them. And
Aero makes bank off that grab by doing a down throw to a forward smash.
So yeah, Toon Link's down air is not safe on shield against Ivysaur. Ivy hit his back air and likely just saw later.
What does he punish down air with?
Ivysaur punishes it with back air out of shield, which might sound a little odd, but you just drift a little off to the side.
Yeah. His back air is really solid.
Okay.
And that's dead Squirtle.
Yeah, Yador shouldn't have been holding that direction after the up B. He probably could have lived if he just held up and in.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he was still holding away. I don't really see any incentive to do that. Ooh, Tyrant with the SD.
It looks like it's pretty 1v1. They're like playing at the opposite side of the stage.
Yeah. As I was saying, I think that's something that...
And Aero got punished hard for a grab.
And as I was saying earlier, I think the 1v1 thing is probably going to be better for red team than blue team, just because it makes random Squirtle out of nowhere less of a threat.
I feel like Team Pokemon has more synergy.
Yeah, I think they've been teaming a while. Like, in the case of Tyrant, I'm pretty sure this is sort of a let's good, so let's team sort of team. Or I mean, not let's good, we are good, so let's team sort of team.
Yeah.
Tyrant
we're both top players.
Yeah, whereas Yador and Machiavelli, on the other hand, are just, we've been teaming forever and we're pretty good, let's team. Okay, back throw. Probably would have liked to see a combo move instead of a down air, but the down air is still fine.
Yeah. Something that could have like juggled him more, like up there.
I would have done a neutral air just to knock him back to Tyrant.
Yeah. And that should be it.
Aero should have just held the edge and just
let Tyrant with his tether.
Yeah, that would have been guaranteed death. Tyrant could not have done anything to get around Tyrant's smash. Just held the edge.
And also you get 3 frames of ledge of invincibility if you just tether over and over again.
Okay. So if I were Yador and Machiavelli, I would be looking for stages like Stadium.
Higher horizontal edges.
Well, a lower vertical blast zone would be my top priority.
Yeah.
Because Squirtle gets a ton of mileage off of things like that. So yeah, Stadium 2 would be my top pick if I were them, assuming it's not banned. Like Aero and Tyrant are probably... They probably don't know what they want to do. but I would still think Stadium would be the first choice to take off. Let's see. Yeah, we see Stadium 2 and Fountain. Fountain is an interesting band to me. I think. At least in first thought, Fountain doesn't feel like it'd be too good or bad for one team.
Yeah.
This again might just be another matter of the players not liking the stage that much. Okay, so let's see. Out of these options, if I were Squirtle and Ivysaur, what would I be looking at? Lilac kind of appeals to me. Distant Planet kind of does too.
Lilac might be bad, like it tilts, so it might be bad for their like recoveries.
I think Squirtle and Ivysaur. I don't think it really affects Ivysaur. I think Squirtle can handle it. Okay, so we're seeing Skyworld.
I think this is a good pick.
Yeah. So my guess would be this is just an attempt to trick people with a weird stage. It might actually be good for the characters, though. It has a very interesting layout that can have kind of unpredictable effects on matchups. I know Aero does like having big top platforms like that. For example, he used to always counter Grid North there.
Yeah.
He's really comfortable there. We haven't been seeing Aero really use the top platform that much, but he's just been sticking to center stage and playing just a more traditional team's game. The Tyrant just has a couple of really important good interrupts there.
And that back air is a solid killing move.
Okay. It's an interesting situation here. It was a really good situation for Blue Team overall, just because while Aero was offstage recovering, Machiavelli just had a good opening on Tyrant. And in the case that Tyrant did potentially get a little opening on his own, Yador could have just ran over and helped him.
Yeah.
It's definitely a really good situation for Blue Team. Blue Team did get a lot of mileage out of it. Aero was living a long time though, or he was. It's still pretty even, all things considered.
I think how well Toon Link does is the deciding factor to this match.
But he did just have another early death.
Yeah.
I didn't even see what caused
He
that
completely suicided. I think he tried to tether the stage, but it has weird ledge properties.
Maybe that was the factor in the decision.
Yeah.
Pick a stage that Aero's even more likely to kill himself on.
I think he should, on this stage, probably recover with up B more.
Yeah. Toon Link in general is just pretty good at recovering however he wants to, with aerial glide tosses over and over again.
He's good at recovering, but he's not good at recovering downwards. If you know how to play him right, it's very easy to game.
Yeah. I think Aero actually should have just accepted the death there, because in the time it took to try to recover, ultimately unsuccessfully, that was a lot of time for Blue Team to 2v1 Tyrant. You don't want to let the other team have their way with your partner for too long. Sometimes it's better to just accept the death than just go for a kind of crazy extended recovery.
Instead of like trying to recover as slowly as possible.
Oh. As long as Aero gets out of the situation okay, this is good for Blue Team. That looks like he did. He was
it's a good thing Tyrant was holding stocks, or else this could have been bad. And Squirtle suicides. It is not looking good for Blue Team. Ivysaur seems to have a really solid ledge game, but it's not going to last for long.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for a lot of characters to edge guard her. The easiest way is usually just grab the edge, force her to jump on stage, punish.
Just force him to get on stage.
And Red Team could do that pretty well. You just have, for example, just have Aero grab the edge, have Tyrant walk up, and just wait for Ivysaur to pop up and forward smash her.
Yeah.
But I guess Red Team
that should be death.
Yeah.
Down throw to up B at that percent is guaranteed.
Yeah. So I guess at the same time, the Red Team didn't really, they probably didn't feel like they had too much of an incentive to really go in. They probably just said, hey, we've got a lead, we'll make you come to us.
2-1. Yes, 2-1.
Okay, so seeing the run back.
And they're confident in their counter pick.
I guess they figured just a few little things went wrong for them.
Yeah.
Although some little unfortunate things went wrong for Red Team too, such as Aero killing himself and trade.
If they handle Tyrant better, they should be fine.
Weird DI on the down snap.
Yeah, that was bad DI. And Ivysaur looked like he could have lived that.
Yeah,
it was deceiving. Ivysaur got hit by a force smash.
Yeah, Tyrant is definitely winning these trades against Machiavelli now.
Yeah.
Right at the start of the set, when Blue Team won so convincingly, it was mostly just Yador sort of going ham on Tyrant a lot. Like Yador just keeps getting these monotone punishments from him. But now it looks like Tyrant's just saying, no, I'm just going to fight Ivysaur instead. I can do that. And Yador isn't doing too much to prevent it. I mean, Tyrant will fight Squirtle when he has a good opening. So like right there really wasn't much incentive to not go after Squirtle.
Toon Link and Squirtle is like fairly even. Like Toon Link deals with them better, and then Meta Knight, Ivysaur has a hard time dealing with Meta Knight.
I could believe that. I do like that Yador did decide to go after Tyrant there instead of just continuing the constant he had on Aero going.
I think it's in Blue Team's best interest to keep this a 2v2 situation, so Ivysaur doesn't have to deal with Meta Knight.
Yeah. That does tend to require quite a bit of team coordination, but Yador and Machiavelli have been teaming a while. So it is something they should be pretty comfortable with.
They're showing better team coordination. Like, Aero did a down throw and he was ready to do the up B, but he was protected.
Tyrant kills himself. It's 77, so not a huge deal, but still something.
Squirtle with the early death.
Oh, Aero could die from this. He recovers over the back air.
Yeah, he went to the platform. That was the better option.
Yeah. If Machiavelli went for a hard read and said, I'm going to wait back on stage and continue to chase you there, that could have still stayed bad.
Toon Link has a fairly predictable recovery, so you could bank off of early deaths with him. And if they kill off Tyrant stock, it should look good for them.
This is definitely... Situations like this are always kind of scary because whoever's at a high percentage who dies first, that team is probably going to lose just because...
And you do not want a 2v1 situation with these teams.
Yeah.
And that's the stock.
Okay. Pretty sure Machiavelli just wants to kill Tyrant one way or another.
Yeah.
So and the smart thing for Tyrant to do would just be sit back and let Aero fight him. Because that way, Tyrant's not really going to risk death. And if Aero gets punished, Tyrant can just run in and interfere.
Yeah.
Looks like they're both just going after him, though.
I think that's the smart choice. Overwhelm him. Don't let him get any, like, composure.
I think either way ultimately works out fine. I still would rather just have Aero be on some offense, though. And have Tyrant, not necessarily not be on the offense, but just have Tyrant sitting back a little bit. Like, just sit behind Toon Link. In any case, solid 3-1. Red team figured out some things to do differently after the first game, and blue team did not respond accordingly.